Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me.
Says who? You idiot. Is that a body camera?
That's what it is.
Perfect.
Today, we're exposing cases in which idiot cops get taught the lesson of a lifetime. For our first case, we take you to St. Clair, Michigan, where a police officer decided it was okay to conduct a traffic stop for someone who was only driving with their windows down. Yes, you heard me right. All they did to get pulled over was drive with their window down. Luckily for the driver, he was well versed with the law and knew what his rights were. Let's take a look at the footage.
Yes?
Do you have a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
What are you stopping me for?
Go ahead, provide that information. I'll be more than happy to let you know.
Well, you have to have a crime or infraction for me to identify myself, sir.
Okay. Who am I speaking with?
The driver of this car.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Schneider.
Officer Schneider. What is the nature of the stop?
I don't want to know why you're driving by me with the window down. I'm not sure what you're doing.
Is that a crime, sir?
Okay.
Is that illegal?
Suspicion. Okay.
Is it a crime? Is that a lawful stop because I drove with my window down?
I gave you the reason for the stop. Who am I speaking with?
The driver of this car.
Okay. Provide your identification.
For what? I didn't commit a crime.
Okay.
Driving with the window down is not unlawful. If that's all you got, you better get a supervisor out here.
Who am I speaking with?
You don't need to know that. I haven't broken a law.
In this short interaction, Officer Schneider already admits that the reason for the stop was driving by him with the window down. Is it really unbelievable to drive with your windows down? So unbelievable that you have to stop the driver and investigate? The only thing unbelievable here is the ridiculous reason for the stop and then expecting the driver to lay down their rights for you. Fortunately, the driver knows that he's done nothing wrong and rightfully discloses no information about himself, but instead inquires about the stop and its legitimacy.
Where are you headed to tonight?
That's none of your business.
It's some of my business.
It's not your business. It's irrelevant to you.
No, it's not.
Why is it not irrelevant?
This is the third time that I've seen you driving by. When you drive by with your window down and your hand hanging out. Saying,
Is that against the law?
okay. It raises reasonable suspicion for me to stop you.
Suspicion is not a crime. You've stopped me.
Okay. So who am I speaking with? So I can.
You don't need to know that.
I do need to know that.
For what?
To know if you have a reason to be in this area now at this point in time.
Is it illegal to be in this area?
Okay. We've had crimes going on in this area. And
Wonderful.
You're a suspicious person in this area. I
Okay.
want to know who I'm speaking with.
Okay. You don't need to know.
Are you the owner of this vehicle?
Unless I've broken a law, I don't have to identify. Now, am I free to leave?
No, you're not at this point, okay?
What crime are you stopping me for?
I advise you why you're stopped.
Suspicious is not a crime. When I've done something wrong, then you may stop and detain me.
Are you the owner of this vehicle?
I'm not answering any questions. You let me know when I'm free to go, and if I'm not, you get a supervisor out here who can explain to you that unless I've broken a law, you cannot detain me, and I do not have to identify.
Where are you headed to tonight?
That's none of your business. I already told you I'm not answering questions.
Where are you coming from?
Are you stupid? Obviously you are.
Why do you think that I'm stupid?
You let me know when I'm free to go.
Okay. Good. Where are you headed to tonight?
The driver takes none of these unnecessary questions, and he's absolutely right. You don't need to identify yourself if the traffic stop isn't legitimate, because you haven't committed a crime or an infraction. The best way to go about the situation is exactly what the driver does here. Ask to speak to the supervisor or to be let go. At this point, the officer just stands there wondering what to do next, only to repeat his question after a long pause.
Do you always violate people's rights?
Not violating any rights at this time.
Absolutely you are.
What rights am I violating?
You're unlawfully detaining me. You're violating my Fourth Amendment right to travel freely.
So I'm not violating any rights.
I haven't committed a crime.
Okay.
Driving is not illegal. Driving with the window down is not illegal. Driving in this area is not illegal. So until you have a reason, kick rocks. Now, am I going to get that supervisor?
No, I don't find a reason to wake my supervisor up this time.
Well, you don't, but I do.
Okay, then you can contact me.
Clearly, you have an issue with me driving.
It's my job to...
Your job to stop people unlawfully?
I'm not unlawfully stopping anybody.
You're preventing me from going to my destination.
Where is that? I'd be more than happy to let you continue on your destination.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Where's your destination?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, you said goodbye. Am I being detained?
Everyone said you were being detained.
Not being detained. All right, for the record, this officer is not detaining me. All right, goodbye.
Officer Schneider is clueless on how to handle a citizen who knows his rights. Thankfully, he didn't get enraged like so many other officers when their questions or requests, which aren't lawful orders, are not followed by educated citizens who know the law. Over here, Officer Schneider gets taught a lesson that he can't simply pull over someone because he feels like it. He needs a valid reason and not something so ridiculous as a window down to stop someone and waste their time. Kudos to the driver for knowing exactly what to do in a situation like this and making it clear that he is doing nothing illegal at all. That's what happens when a cop stops an educated citizen for no good reason. Next, we take you to Phoenix, Arizona, where a YouTuber, Joshua Lloyd, was participating in something called geocaching, which is an outdoor activity where players look for hidden geocache that other players have hidden. After searching the area for 30 minutes, Joshua was approached by two cops who drove in on their vehicle. Let's see how this goes.
Alright guys, we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you later. Oh, hold on. We got the cops. They're gonna run my license plate.
Good morning.
Morning, can I help you?
I don't know, can we help you? Do you live here?
No, but this is public, correct?
I'm not sure on that. Could be private property.
Could be, but if there was, I do believe there would be a sign posted somewhere, right?
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean,
Somebody called on you. Is that your car?
that is my car.
Okay. Well, if it is public...
I mean, I would figure it's public. You have electric access here.
is
You
that
have
public
you have
property?
a you
Is
have
that
a
public
you have a
property right there?
state issued sign.
Is that public property right there?
Where? Right there?
Yeah, right just north of us.
Could possibly be, because it's easement.
Okay. Is there anybody in the car?
No, just me. But if you want to go check, go ahead, go check.
Can I get your permission to do anything else?
No,
Do I need your permission?
no,
Do I
because
need your permission to check the car?
you would need my permission to go inside the car.
No, but you just said if you want to go check if there's someone else in the car. Do I
Oh
need
yeah, go check,
but-
you can go look
no,
in
you're
and see
telling
if.
me go ahead. Do I need you to tell me to go ahead to do it, or can I do it on my own?
Well, I mean, you could do it on your own. You can
Okay,
do a
all right.
plain view search.
Okay, good. Yeah, just making sure I thought you were under the impression you had to give me permission.
To go inside the car, you need permission.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean, not necessarily?
Over here, the officer thinks he can break into any car he wants just to check on things, cause that's exactly what he'd be doing, breaking in. The officer has no reason and no right in this case to enter the car and search for anything unless given clear permission, which he did not. Thankfully, Joshua knows exactly what's what and clearly states that the officer cannot in fact enter the vehicle without his permission. Let's see what else this officer comes up with.
Would you guys like my name? I'll give you my name. You don't have to run the plate for it because my name's not on the plate.
What's your name?
My name is Josh.
Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Josh what?
Lloyd. L-L-O-Y-D.
Is it Josh or Joshua?
It's Joshua.
Hey, Phil. We may have to
Lloyd.
Huh?
You're not towing my car.
We may have to tow it. It's not registered to him. It's registered to a female. It's it's left on the roadway running. I'm not going to leave it here
Oh,
just running. So let's get a hold of
really?
boss and we'll find out if for safekeeping. Otherwise, somebody's going to make off with this thing.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Not even gonna question me on who it's registered to? Would you like the insurance and registration?
No, you're not driving it. Why would I ask for that?
It's just parked right now.
Are you driving it right now?
No, it's parked.
Okay, so you're not driving.
No.
Sure, what's your name?
Joshua Lloyd.
Joshua
Lloyd.
I'm going to try and get a hold of the owner, see if they know where the car is. Otherwise, left heel
She'll
on
tell
the
you
road.
that her son-in-law has it. You're gonna let him act like that. Just because I'm standing over here next to a wall, and you guys haven't even asked me what I'm doing. You guys go over to my car, give me the third degree, and you don't even like, hey man, what are you doing? I even like turned around, I gave you the thumbs up. He comes out all hard. Why? I'm not trying to catch you in anything, man. Asking a simple question. That's a hell of an investigation skill you guys got there.
Have you been allowed to use the car?
I live with her, yes, and I'm allowed to use the car, hence
Okay.
the reason why I have it.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to do some research, find out whose property that is. You got your name, your information. If it turns out that it is private property.
I don't think it
and
would be private property.
I don't think. That's why I'm going to find out for sure whose property.
Okay, you
belongs to.
go ahead for sure.
I don't need your permission to check out whose property it is, but I appreciate you giving me the go-ahead. I will look into that.
Joshua is being more than helpful here, and he's clearly ready to give out some information and assist the officers. If only the officers shared this same willingness and sense of respect for the law. Unfortunately, the officers are just looking for ways to make the situation tougher than it is or needs to be. They try anything they can, from attempting to tow the car to trying to trick and scare Joshua into thinking that he may be trespassing. Once again, Joshua's knowledge of the law comes in handy and saves him, as he's not tricked into anything or scared of the officers and stands his ground.
Can I have your name and badge number, please? Your card?
8632.
Your card, please. I have a bad memory.
You're recording it.
Okay. Can I have your name and badge number, please?
88.
All right. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that.
But I would do some further research before you go on a...
You know, hold on. Before you go and give me the lecture, how about before you come up all hard on somebody, you ask them what they're doing?
Use profanity, Josh. Do the research and find out whose property you're on, because you may be breaking the law.
It's public property, I can tell you that.
You're stating that as a fact.
I am. I'm stating it as a fact because I like with you guys.
Well, now you're using more profanity.
I can use profanity. It's the First Amendment. You cannot restrict my speech. Not unless it's fighting words. If I use it to emphasize my sentences, I can use it to emphasize my sentences. If one man's curse word is another man's lyric.
It can be an issue. Josh, we're going to do the research. We're going to
Do the
go
research.
now. Have a good day.
You too.
Throughout this encounter, Joshua has been nothing but friendly and helpful right up to the end, at which point he had to, once again, correct the officers on the law. Joshua later filed a complaint against the officers, but did not pursue any legal action, as he felt that although the officers were somewhat troublesome, they did not violate his rights. Joshua did, however, state in a comment that he followed what most police and police supporters recommend. That is to volunteer information like your identity. Unfortunately, as we've seen, even doing so did not help the situation when the officers just wanted to be unnecessarily problematic. We head over to Boulder, Colorado, where we get to witness how a civilian gets harassed by police for no logical reason but simply for standing on the sidewalk and having what is clearly a can of Pepsi.
Hey gentlemen, how you doing tonight?
Great.
What you got there, man?
What do you mean?
What kind of beverage is that?
Looks like a
doesn't matter.
Pepsi.
Stay your distance, please.
Stay your distance.
Yeah, I don't want two guys with guns coming up on me.
Oh, we're police officers. Maybe you
I
didn't
don't
notice.
care whether you're police officers or the mafia.
The mafia?
Yeah, you guys are rolling around and crubbing up on me with guns. Back up. Yeah.
We're police officers. We're here to serve and protect, sir.
I just wanted to inquire
You're
what that
trying
was,
to.
because there's a lot of students here drinking, so
I don't-
we just want to make sure that...
No
you know,
inquiry
We're just,
needed.
so, yeah, well, our job is to make sure the community's safe.
The two officers over here group up on a person simply enjoying a can of Pepsi. Nothing wrong with that, and definitely nothing that warrants questioning over it.
That's some
People are
Gestapo stuff when you
out,
stop for everybody
walking
holding a can anywhere.
No, not everybody holding a can anywhere.
Just me.
No,
just people that we feel might be drinking in public. So we're checking to make sure you're okay.
Do you suspect I might be drinking in public?
We have no idea.
We don't know what the.
That's
So
why
you
we're
do
asking.
not suspect that I might be drinking in public?
Show us what kind of.
The person here is being hoarded with unreasonable questions, and the cops clearly don't have a valid reason for pulling up to him. Thankfully, both of these individuals know their rights and ask the right questions about the validity of the officer's demands.
Do you
Reasonable
suspect?
suspicion.
That's what I'm asking. Do you suspect? You said
We have
no.
what's called a reasonable suspicion.
Do you have a reasonable suspicion?
Yeah, we do.
What is
Holding
that?
a can.
I'm holding
so
a
we're stopped
can.
to investigate.
That's your reasonable
That's not a reasonable suspicion for drinking.
Holding a can
alcohol.
is a reasonable suspicion.
Yeah.
So anybody holding a can is under
Under
reasonable
suspicion.
Well,
suspicion.
typically we like to see the can.
The officers are having a tough time answering these simple but logical questions, and keep demanding to see the can of Pepsi, which apparently falls under reasonable suspicion for these officers.
We can see if it's an actual soft drink or if
This
it's
may
an
not be
alcoholic
typical.
beverage.
Do I look imbibe on beverages in public, Officer Scott?
I don't know.
May I have your card, please?
You'd have to come get it, and you don't want me to get close to you.
Will you
want me to get
please
close
hand
enough?
me your card? I'm requesting it.
Let me see if I can do
Clearly.
this from a distance.
Do I need
Hang
to
on.
articulate?
Is this close? You want me to set it down and then you can grab it? Would that be better so I don't get too close?
Officer Avila,
Yeah.
may I have your card, please? Excellent. Officer Avila has no problem being professional with the business card.
You did get
Anything
too close
else
to
that you
though.
gentlemen need besides Gestapo stops for cans? Yeah, it's Gestapo when you're going to stop me for a can on the sidewalk. That's
Actually,
sick.
you were standing here. We didn't stop you. We just came up to talk to you.
Oh, okay, later.
See you. Have a good night. Take care.
Yeah.
Good talking.
In this encounter, we've had two officers approach two civilians unnecessarily with no actual reason or solid base for questioning them, only to get puzzled when the civilians read their rights out to them and ask the logical questions that they have no answers to. It's just another case of two police officers misusing their power on civilians, thinking that they can go about stopping or questioning anyone they want to. Next up, we have a 17-year-old teenager who knows his rights better than most adults. The teenager caught the eye of the police officer after he was seen around a store. After he is stopped by a white police officer for allegedly resembling a wanted person, the teenager schools the police officer on civilian rights.
At the e-cig store?
Hey, who?
The e-cig store for e-cigarettes? How old are you?
17.
You're 17? Where are you coming from?
The rec?
The what?
The rec.
The rec center?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Why?
Because I'm asking you for your name.
No, I don't have to give out my name.
Yeah, you do, because I'm investigating a suspicious person and you have to give me your name.
Suspicious ain't a crime, though.
Yeah, it is.
Being suspicious is a crime?
Yeah, if you're doing something, can you just step off away from the road? These people drive crazy.
Well, I had a feeling y'all would come.
So what?
I had a feeling y'all would come bother me once I seen you. I came from the wreck.
because I was looking right at you.
I just came from the wreck.
Okay.
The boy tells the officer that he was coming from a recreation center, and that the officer has no reasonable cause for interrogating him. He is absolutely right, but the cop is not backing down, and she now starts asking irrelevant questions, hoping that the boy will give something up.
What is your name?
I don't need to give out that. I didn't commit no crime.
How do I know that?
You don't need to know that. I know that. Can you call your sergeant?
I don't need to call my sergeant.
Yes, you do.
For what?
Because you got to. It's your policy. You better do it. That's the thing.
Okay.
But I know the law. I'm not dumb.
I didn't say you were dumb.
Then why you trying to play me for stupid?
I'm not. I'm
Yo,
telling
call your
you.
sergeant.
You want to talk to my
Call
sergeant?
your sergeant.
For
Yeah.
what reason?
Because I asked. I asked you. That's your policy, ain't it?
No.
Yes, it is. You want to tell me that for real? Are you sure?
Yeah.
100%. What's your badge number?
246.
What's your name?
Cummings, right here.
The cop asks the suspected teenager for his name, and he refuses. He is still within his rights to not give up his name. The law states that you can refuse to answer any question if the officer has no plausible cause to interrogate you. The boy then turns the tables and asks the officer for her identification.
All right.
Y'all niggas is bugging, bro. I ain't do a damn.
That's fine. I'm just telling you. Somebody called about someone that somewhat matches their description, but I
What
see your
store did you
pants
say
are blue.
again, please?
So what?
What store did you say?
The e-cig store?
And where's it at?
It's on this road, a little further down.
I came from that way.
Okay, I believe you.
Then why you keep questioning me if I haven't done nothing?
Well, now that I'm looking at your pants, I see they're black, and I was told they were blue pants, so I mean, no reason to get all hyped up with me.
Nah, I just asked you why you
Okay, you still want to speak with my sergeant?
Am I free to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my card. Okay. And my sergeant's name, I'm gonna write it on here for you. Okay. So you can reach out to him if you need to.
Now that the cop knows that she has stopped the wrong person and this boy will not be intimidated by her, she starts making petty excuses. She tries to pacify the teenager by giving him her card, but the teenager is not naive enough to consider this investigation as a mistake, and he is still on his guard.
Where do you go to school at?
I don't go to school.
How are you 17 not going to school?
Because I'm not from out here.
Where are you from?
You don't got to worry about that.
Well, until you're 18 years old, you have to go to school.
Technically, I could drop out.
But technically, have you dropped out?
Technically, I got kicked out of school, so you don't know me. I'm not from out here, like I said.
Where are you from?
Don't worry about that. I'm not
Next
from out
up.
here.
All right. Well, I'm not from out here either.
Then stop bothering me. Let me get the car.
Here's my card.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. You have a good day.
Yup.
Once the cop has no excuse to keep interrogating the teenager, she changes the topic and inquires whether he goes to school. Even if the officer's intentions are correct, she does not hold the right to interrogate a random teenager whenever they want. The intelligent teenager keeps his cool and does not answer any unnecessary questions. This is a perfect example of how you can tackle nosy cops. Let's head to Ocean County, New Jersey, where Corporal Michael Pritch is arguing with an unnamed teenager. The teenager apparently gave the officer a finger while he was on the road. This causes Corporal Pritch to lose his cool as he gets out to confront the bold teenager.
Why you giving me the finger? What? What's your problem?
What?
Why you giving me the finger?
I'm walking away.
Huh?
Am I free to go?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No. Come
For
here.
what reason?
Why you giving me the finger?
Am I free to go?
No.
What, do you have
name?
a problem?
No.
Do you have a problem?
No.
You don't have a problem, then I can leave.
Why you giving me the finger when you're walking? Huh? Come here.
What?
Get over here.
For what reason?
Because you're giving me the finger.
That's legal.
No, it isn't.
Says who?
Says it all.
Pull up the law.
Huh?
Pull up the law.
What's your name?
What's the law?
What's your name?
The law?
What's your name? How old are you?
Corporal Pritch asks the teenager to stop and answer his questions, but the teenager does not believe that he has done anything wrong. The teenager is of the view that he has not committed a crime and that the officer has no plausible reason to interrogate or arrest him.
Have a good one.
Whatever. What?
You heard me.
Come here.
I'm afraid of you?
Come here. Get over here.
What?
Get over here.
I'm not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, you are. You just cursed me off.
That's not a crime.
Yes, it is.
Says who?
Says me.
Says who?
Turn around. Come on.
Bro, that is not a crime.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Why are you cursing me?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
It's not a crime.
What's your name?
Help! Help!
No help.
Help! Help!
Yo.
Help!
After the teenager curses the cop loses his temper and proceeds to arrest the ballsy teenager. But upon seeing that the cop is about to handcuff him, the teenager starts crying for help. Corporal Pritch then turns off his body cam, a move that is unlawful beyond doubt. Cops are not allowed to turn off their body cams during arrests.
You're arrested right now because I was cursing at him. And he said,
You're being detained. Because you're acting strange.
what? That's not legal.
It is legal. He's allowed to
Who is
detain
this
you
kid?
until he performs his
So what am I
investigation.
doing though? What am I doing that made him detain me? What legal right?
Every time I rode by him twice, he shot me the finger. So I turned around and said, well, you're
Is that a crime?
No problem.
Hold
Then
on
he
a
tells
second.
me
That's
This
not a
is
crime.
causing public disturbance.
And then he
That's
tells
not,
me to
no, that's not a crime.
big.
Yeah, off, big. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. He's looking at you because he's like, what the fuck you want me to do? Because it's not a crime. I know my rights.
Who are you?
I don't have to say any of that.
You do if you're being detained.
For what reason?
What is your
legal
name?
reason am I being detained for?
Where are you coming from and where are you
What legal reason am I being detained for? I need to know that. Legally, I need to know that.
The teenager is not messing around. Even after Corporal Pritch's backup arrives, the teenager refuses to answer any question.
Why are you
Shooting me the finger.
Why are you
Is that illegal?
Why are you flipping the bird? Yes, it is. When you are cursing in public, you are causing a public disturbance. You're being a nuisance to the public.
In what way? When he was driving past? Well, I'd like to see you guys prove it in court.
It's called causing a public disturbance.
I know the law.
By being a nuisance.
I know the law.
I'm not saying you're being charged with anything. At that point,
just
he's
figuring out
detaining
what's wrong with you.
to make sure that there is nothing wrong.
Make sure you're okay.
Make sure that you're okay.
What reason does he need to detain you?
He thought maybe he thought you were signaling him down. Were you signaling to him?
No, you knew very well that I wasn't signaling to you, right? I wasn't signaling to you.
You bring attention to yourself.
That's not signaling.
You're acting strange. I'm making sure you're okay.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, you're not here for my safety. You're not trying to protect me.
How do you know?
You're walking on the side of the road and you're cursing and you're flipping the bird.
Once at him. I gave him the finger once. That will not hold up.
Do you know him? Do you know him?
It's not your business. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth then. What's the First Amendment for?
Okay. The First Amendment is for your freedom of speech. Okay.
Okay.
What does that have to do with
Was I making
using
a call to
gestures?
action? Am I calling for an action to be done against you? No.
Do you understand that it is? Listen.
That's illegal.
It's behavior that's out of the ordinary. Clearly, if you stopped all the way back there, I'm assuming you guys were back there and you just continued to walk.
A bit further
You
back.
just continued to walk.
I wasn't running. I was walking.
Once he
So
gives an order
let's
for you
be
to
honest
stop, you're supposed to stop.
I did stop when he originally said it, but I was asking, is it illegal? Is it a lawful order?
And he took off.
Yeah, because I kept walking because you weren't pursuing at the first. You only started pursuing because I said you pig. That's when you got a little upset.
We're here at this point now. Okay. You've brought the attention to yourself. You've caused the public alarm.
Well, I'd like to see you legally hold that in court because
I'm not charging you with anything, so I don't legally need to hold anything in court.
Well, I want to know from your perspective.
I pulled up onto the scene, so you tell me what you were doing.
To bring you attention.
I plead the fifth. You idiot. How long have you been a cop? 6?
Longer than you.
Listen.
Longer than you? I'm not a cop.
I don't understand what the point of this is.
I'm walking. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's the Fourth Amendment to be allowed to walk without seizures or anything like that.
You sure?
Yes.
Are you sure that's the Fourth Amendment? You
sure? You want to bet money on it?
You sure that's for the Fourth Amendment? It gives you the right to walk without seizure. What's going to be seizured while you're walking?
My body, my person.
The second officer tells the teenager that they will not be charging him with any crime and that he is free to go. At the same time, he tries to counsel the teenager that his behavior is out of order. But the teenager maintains his stance. Whatever he did was not a crime, and the laws of the United States are on his side.
It may be what's going to happen. It may not be what happens. Okay?
Okay, I understand.
What may happen
All right, so what are we wasting time for?
Jury,
Am I free to go?
What may happen is you may get a normal jury. No, because at this point
For what reason?
you were detained, okay, because he told you to stop and you didn't stop.
Okay.
So therefore, you need to identify yourself as a part of the investigation. So what is your name?
Okay, I'm going to need all of your badge numbers.
I will give you everything written down on a card. What is your name?
I can give you...
If you have an ID, that's perfect.
Okay, I'll take it to court because this is still a detainment.
Are you a juvenile?
This is an illegal detainment,
Are you
so
a
I can
juvenile?
I'm not going to answer that.
You have to answer.
Why?
Because you're being detained.
I said I'll give you my ID, buddy. He's such a pig, bro.
So what does that make you?
Not a pig. Dude, this is illegal. You'll legally have to prove that I was a nuisance
When
to
you're
the public.
standing...
How would you do that? How would you do that? I just want to hear
camera systems. Okay, so when he goes by in the car, okay, and he sees you doing what you're doing,
and what was I doing?
Going to be there.
And what part of that caused a disturbance? That's what I'm trying to legally understand. I don't understand. Is that a body camera?
That's what it is.
Perfect. Tuckerton doesn't have them. You know that? Tuckerton's been on back order for months. Because I have a lawsuit against them. That's why. And I wish they'd have body cams. I would love if they had body cams. Take out the bad cops.
It's for all of us.
Right.
It's for all of us. It's for everybody that's involved in the situation. Okay?
Appreciate it.
If you have any problems or anything, and you want to come down, you want to talk to somebody, our supervisors are always there as well. Okay?
Well, I'm going to take a lawsuit. So who would I press criminal charges against? For what?
You're going to have to. You're going to have to call. You're going to have to call and figure that out with a lawyer. You would have to file a complaint with the courts.
Got it.
Okay? And then you can go from there if you want to see if you can press charges and whatnot if you violated your rights.
Appreciate it.
Okay?
Stay out of the roadway.
Am I free to go?
Give us fingers.
Shut the up.
Stay out of the roadway. Stop causing a public alarm.
Dude, shut the up. Am I free to go?
Cursing. You're free to go.
Stop cursing. Go.
You're free to go.
The second cop tries at least one time to elicit some information from the wickedly smart teenager, but he does not give them anything. At last, when the cops know that they can't do anything, they let the teenager go. Next up, we take you to Bay City, Michigan, where two teenagers are about to get in a fight with a police chief of the Bay City Police Department. Three teenagers were riding a bird scooter in front of an apartment building when they squealed a tire, causing Police Chief Michael Chitney to lose his cool and go after the teens for disturbing the peace of the residents. Another officer arrives at the scene to inquire about what's going on. Here is how it all went down.
Come here, they hit the cone, they're messing around here around this new monument. It went on for about 5 minutes, okay? I'd had enough. I'm upstairs, all right? I said some bad words, all right? Okay. He challenged me to fight and dared me to come down, okay? I came down.
Chief Chitney accuses the teenagers of messing around with a local monument and says that the teen challenged him to come down and fight him.
I'm gonna beat your ass, and then I'm gonna take you to jail. What would I do? Get out of here. I didn't even do that. Yeah, you did.
The clip shows Officer Chitney threatening the teenager while the teen stands his ground.
He stood off on me, and I did a pectoral jab with my flashlight. Okay. Go! Take that battery. Get out of here. 2 charges right here. Okay. In my opinion. Okay. But I'll let you investigate it. Okay.
I'll get their statements. I come check in with you. Okay.
All right.
Talk to him.
Me?
Yep. Talk.
Okay.
Okay. You got nothing on you?
No.
The clips show Chief Chitney pushing the teenager with his flashlight. The teen quickly identifies it as an act of battery, and it is later proved in court that he was right. The chief then leaves, and the officer on duty starts investigating this incident. The investigation starts off with Parker Whalen, a 19-year-old boy who was one of the 3 teens present during the incident.
All right, what's going on?
So we were just riding around on burn scooters, you know, like teenagers do. And then he came up here.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay.
And he hit the cone right here and knocked it over.
What cone?
I think it was the one with the gray on
it. Step inside. Okay, middle one?
Yeah, and knocked it over, and then he started yelling, and he threatened him first. So he was defending himself, like, against him.
Where did he come from?
He was up there, up at the top.
Okay.
And he was like, I'll come down there and beat your ass.
Okay.
And we waited down here to see if he would actually come down, and then he came down. Travis was standing right there, didn't say a single word. And like on the road, and he came up and hit him. I don't know if it was like in the chest or the rib cage, but he hit him with the flashlight and then started shining it in his eyes.
Whalen tells the story to the cop, saying that he did not do anything wrong and that the police chief was being aggressive without any reason. The next clip shows Travis arguing with Chief Chitney.
I didn't even do it. How did you feel threatened, bro? Is it my luscious locks? Are you jealous? You bald huh? I would be jealous too. Look at my wrench out here, bro. Call the cops, bro. You committed battery. I can assault you all I want. You're kiss me? Assault me. You want to make out? I'll make out with you right now. I swing both ways, bro. Go ahead. Assault me.
Back up.
I'm not gonna touch you. I know.
Get
better.
Out of his face.
I know better, bro.
Hey, what is he doing to you?
Can you send a unit down here? I've got 3 hooligans that need to go.
Hooligans? You hit me with a flashlight.
While Whalen's statement is being recorded, a second cop takes Travis to the side and records what he has to say.
I was riding. You know how like when you press the brake, the back wheel walks up and it makes a squeaking noise, right?
Okay.
And you can drift when you do that. It's kind of fun, right?
Okay.
I get it's kind of late and stuff, right?
Right.
But he's up there. He goes, "Hey, big shot, you want to go?" Right? Because he said, "Why don't you keep it down?" I said, "I'm not doing nothing wrong." He goes, "Hey, big shot, you want to go?" Right? So obviously, you know, I'm a dude, 18 years old. I can hold my own ground. I'm gonna hold my own ground, right?
Okay.
So I didn't know who he was, right? This random old guy. Older guy, not trying to be rude. Right? So I said, yeah, come down, we can go. Right? He's threatening me to fight me. Right? And I stood right here. I said, what's up? He walks up to me and like, I'm not gonna hit you, I promise. He goes like that and jabs me like right here in the ribs with the flashlight. Okay. And then he said he felt threatened. My hands were at my sides. I don't know, I didn't swing at him, I didn't pick up.
What did you do when he walked down?
I just stood there. I said, what's up? Like, I didn't know who he was. He looked at his badge. I seen he was a cop. I'm not gonna swing at a cop, you know? I have more respect than that. He's like, hit me, hit me, hit me. And like points toward his chin. Like, I'm gonna hit him. And I said, no, I'm more mature than you, I'm not gonna hit you. And he goes, hit me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna hit you. I hit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Then what happened?
And then you guys got here. And I asked him if I could sit down. He said, you're free to do whatever you want. I walked over here, I seen you guys pulling up, and I stopped. Now I'm here. I didn't threaten him in any way. I don't know how he feels threatened.
So the original altercation was because you were
squeaking the tires on the bird
and
scooters.
he yelled at you from up there.
Yeah, is that a worthy thing that hit someone's a flashlight. Because he's chief of police. He's above me. He's better than me.
After this investigation, the teenagers were let go since they had done nothing wrong. But they did not let the police chief go off easily. Within a few days of this incident, the families of the teens filed an official complaint against the police chief, which led to a lawsuit. The Michigan State Police conducted their investigation, and Michael Chitney was charged with assault and battery. He was then fired from his position. And that is the power of well-informed teenagers who know their rights. The police chief will surely remember how he got humiliated and lost his job at the hands of 3 teens. Next, we take you to Pueblo City, Colorado, where a First Amendment auditor, Sean O'Connell, is filming a police building. It is a public building with no sign prohibiting filming there. As O'Connell films, he is stopped by Officer Romero. The situation takes a turn for the worse as O'Connell decides to pay no heed to the officer's illegal commands.
Hey there. How are you? Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Hey. Hey. I'm asking you a question. Who are you? Why are you taking pictures of the department? Sir.
Don't touch me.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in cuffs. Okay?
That's fine.
You're gonna be put in cuffs. Okay, supervisor's on his way. Okay? I'm asking you questions here.
I can be arrested right now, be put in cuffs for taking pictures of the police department. Don't turn my phone off.
Okay, you are not in control here.
I am, actually. You work for me, I don't work for you.
46, I got one in custody over here. I need a supervisor.
You're gonna lose your job, buddy. It's illegal detainment. Can you please call a supervisor out here? This is illegal detainment under 16.3.103.
Okay. Hang out here.
You don't have permission to search me. I don't consent to any search procedures.
Okay, I'm waiting for a supervisor to come up here.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
What's your name and badge number?
Romero.
Okay, sounds good. Did you stop my video camera over there?
I'm not messing with your phone, okay?
As O'Connell not only protests, he also cites the law that Officer Romero has broken while illegally detaining him. CRA 16-3-103 reads, "A peace officer may stop any person who he reasonably suspects is committing, has committed, or is about to commit a crime." O'Connell rightfully asks what crime he has committed as he has only been filming a public building. Meanwhile, another officer arrives on the scene to assist Officer Romero in the illegal detainment.
Can you tell this officer to take his hands off me and to uncuff me?
Oh, I don't want to tell him anything.
Okay.
You'll wait till a supervisor gets here and you can talk to him from there, okay?
Right, I'm done talking to you guys then.
Okay.
So what's up?
He's taking pictures of the department, taking pictures of all our stuff here, so I don't know what he's doing. Try to talk to him, he's not talking to me, he starts walking away.
Is that a reason to cuff me?
Yeah, you're being detained right now. Yeah.
For what? For what crime?
Yeah. No, it's reasonable suspicion.
Of what crime?
Okay.
You have to have reasonable suspicion of a crime to detain somebody.
I am not going to speak to you.
That's
you can
fine.
speak to my supervisor when he gets here.
You have me in cuffs right now.
Okay, yeah. You're
So
being detained at the moment, yeah.
Because you're
Soon after, Captain James Martin arrives at the scene. Officer Romero narrates the whole situation, but it appears that Captain Martin is well aware of O'Connell and what he does. He is visibly worried because he also knows that Officer Romero has cost the city and Pueblo PD big time due to his mistake.
So I'm loading up. I'm loading up. This guy's on the corner. I thought he was taking a picture of the eagle on the department. He's like, oh, okay, no big deal. So I start, putting myself in my patrol vehicle. So he walks past it, and I was like, oh, he's leaving. Do you need an answer?
Can't talk right now, I'm busy.
So he starts walking, so I back up, and then he's next to this corner now taking pictures. I'm like, what is he doing? So then he comes over, he starts taking pictures. It looks like he's taking pictures of these signs. I don't know if he's taking pictures of these cars or
what. Part of an organization called the First Amendment Strike Team.
Is he?
Yeah,
okay.
So he's trying to see what we're going to do.
Okay.
He has every right to do that.
Okay, and that's fine with that. I don't have
to uncuff him.
Uncuff him. Right now. Huh? Uncuff. I did nothing wrong. I was not breaking the law, and this officer just illegally detained me under CRS 16.3.103.
I've seen your video, sir, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Who am I?
First Amendment Strike Team.
Okay.
I know exactly who you are.
Exactly. So you know I'm not out here doing anything illegal.
I do.
No, nothing.
I do.
And I'd like to file a complaint against this officer for deprivation of rights.
You can actually go into the department. Okay. File a complaint if you'd like to.
Captain Martin realizes that the entire department might be in trouble, so he berates Officer Romero right there and rues that he should have taught him about this kind of thing beforehand.
Should have taught you before. But I understand totally what you're doing.
So will you be suspended administratively until the thing is cleared out?
No.
He just broke the law.
I understand
He
that.
should be arrested.
So an internal affairs investigation, if you want to file a complaint, will be conducted, and depending on the findings of that, it'll be dealt with depending on what...
So is there going to be any issue with me getting his body cam information?
That, you would have to go through our records division.
Yep.
I'm not sure how that works.
In the meantime, Sergeant Reyes, who is the supervisor of Romero, reaches there while O'Connell continues to record everything on his own camera. Captain Martin seems embarrassed and flustered, and his efforts to appease O'Connell are readily apparent from his demeanor. Officer Romero keeps trying to leave the scene.
Hey guys, call Pueblo Police Department and complain about Officer Romero badge number. He just detained me and said that he was detaining me because I chose not to answer his questions.
I'm not really sure on how that works. I have to look at the policy on that. I believe that there's a charge. Here's Sergeant Reyes, he's the supervisor, I'm the watch commander. And he might know. I'm not sure how that works. Actually, I can make a phone call and find out.
I think I'd appreciate it.
Thank you. You're good. I'm going to go home.
Yeah, you can go home.
Because Captain Martin needs to speak to you. So I don't know if they even need me here anymore, so.
Is there a charge? Okay. Do you know what the charge is? Okay, I'll find out. Call records real quick. There, you have to submit a Freedom of Information Act for the body cam video. There's a charge. I'm not sure what the charge is. Okay. But I'm going to find out.
I'm sure records can probably tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to call just so you know now.
Thank you, man. I appreciate all your help.
What was your name, sir?
I'm not going to get that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Records.
It's going to be a plate.
They need me here, or should I leave?
Just hang up.
Huh?
Just hang up.
Officer Romero's illegal detainment ended up costing $41,000 to the Pueblo Police Department. O'Connell pressed charges and filed a complaint, but the case was settled outside of the court. First Amendment auditors continue to demonstrate the serious lapses in police training across the country. Officers should be aware of the law, and there should be departmental oversight preventing officers from overstepping beyond what they are mandated to do by law.
A head, R tail.
Okay.
This is tail, right?
Yeah. So really.
23.
These are Officer Brown and Officer Wilson of Roswell Police Department. On April 7th, 2018, 24-year-old Sarah Webb was on her way to work from Roswell to Duluth when she was pulled over by Officer Brown for speeding and reckless driving. Sarah apologized straight away, but little did she know that her arrest was nothing more than a laughing matter for the officers.
Stay in the car.
Sorry, my window doesn't hold.
Officer Brown, Roswell Police Department. You know how fast you were just going, ma'am?
I'm so sorry, I'm late for work.
So you could go over 80 miles per hour on 92? No, ma'am. You have your driver's license and your insurance card?
Yeah, my insurance.
Turn off the car and pass me the keys, please. The ground's wet, it's been raining, you're going over 80 miles an hour on this type of a road. That's reckless driving, ma'am. Where do you work at?
I work in Duluth at Johnny Parker Hair Studio.
Okay.
I'm a hairstylist.
Okay. So you think driving that fast on a wet road is a smart idea just because you're late for work? Instead of calling and say you're running late for work, you would rather risk people's lives.
I'm sorry. This is LexisNexis. I'm trying to look it up. I don't have it printed off.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. Go for it.
Officer Brown tries to look up Webb's details on her police CAD, but it isn't working properly, so she asks dispatch to run Webb's details. Meanwhile, Officer Wilson also arrives there.
I'm gonna take her probably for reckless.
Okay.
She flew past me going probably 80, 85 on 92 in the wet road. She said she's running late for work. I had to get up to 90 to catch her. What do you think? I mean, I don't have any speed detection, so at the same time, but...
No, but you can use the fact that you were going whatever speed and she went past you.
Mm-hmm.
It's on camera, so you're going to have a back speed. You're going to have the fact that you went 90 to catch up to her. You're going to have too fast for conditions. And
yeah, I mean, that's unacceptable. I told her, I said, you know the roads are wet, correct? You're running late for work and you're going above 80 to get to work. I said, call. So do not do that and put people's lives in jeopardy.
Yeah.
So... my CAD just froze on me, so I'm restarting it right now. What do you think? Or just tickets?
Atlanta answer or Roswell answer?
Officer Wilson jokingly says that what should be done now depends if Officer Brown wants an Atlanta answer or a Roswell answer, possibly alluding to the fact that since Roswell is a small city, cops have more autonomy at their disposal. It is up to them if they want to let Webb go or arrest her. In a state capital like Georgia, due to stricter police oversight, officers would stick to the established guidelines.
Hold on. Are you? Okay, hold on. Thank you.
Valid.
Yeah, sorry, she did it. Unavailable. My CAD's not working. Who's that?
A head, R tail.
Okay.
This is tail, right?
Yeah. So really.
23.
Michael Jordan? Hi.
For those who don't know, in Georgia, 23 is the police code for arrest. Here the officers decide that A is arrest and R is release. Officer Wilson uses a virtual coin flip app, and although the coin lands tail, meaning Webb should be released, the officers decide to arrest her anyway.
So I got too fast for, let me write this down.
Too fast for conditions.
Reckless, is it reckless?
Yeah, you can do reckless, and then speeding. And you're just gonna have to mark the pace one instead of the...
I mean, either way, the speed limit here is what, 45?
Yeah.
45. She was going way... I mean... Because I haven't done one like speeding like that, so that's why I'm a little bit unsure.
You're gonna do the patrol vehicle spot, and then it's gonna ask you for moving or not moving, and you're gonna do moving.
Can you help me do these dang tickets? My CAD won't even log me in.
Officer Brown then arrests Sarah, who is sobbing. Sarah cannot believe what is happening to her.
Hi, ma'am. Do me a favor and step out of the vehicle for me. Put the phone down.
Why am I
Put your
doing
phone down. Step out of the vehicle. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. Because, ma'am, you're driving entirely too fast for conditions. You put a lot of people's lives in jeopardy, okay? Double locking these so that they don't tighten on you. You do me a favor and step in front of my vehicle, ma'am. Step in front of my patrol vehicle. Do you have anything? Do you have anything in your pockets? Do you have anything on you that poke, stick, or stab me? Any drugs, paraphernalia, anything like that? Okay. You have a bond. Return to the side for me. Here, move on, Burkett. I'm just gonna shake this out, okay? Alright. Do me a favor, step over here. It's my patrol vehicle. Have a seat for me. We're gonna buckle you in, okay? Alright.
It is appalling that any law enforcement officer would trivialize the decision-making process of something as important as the arrest of a person like this. Roswell Police Chief immediately terminated both officers after the incident and issued a public apology to Sarah.
Let's jump over to the city of Lake Jackson, where Officer Johnny Cagle got physical with an ordinary citizen, Reyes. Reyes takes pictures for Brazoria County News, a community Facebook page. He wasn't breaking any laws when clicking pictures at an accident scene, but was still unreasonably attacked by Officer Cagle, who then faced serious consequences for his actions.
What did you say now?
I asked you, why are you here?
I said I'm taking photos.
Okay. Are you allowed on this accident scene? That's what I'm asking you.
You're asking me if I'm allowed to be here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you think?
Okay. I need you to leave, please, until
I'm not going to leave.
Mendoza, your accident scene. He's taking pictures of other people's vehicles and license plates, which is against the law.
We can clearly see here that Reyes didn't approach the officers and posed no disturbance to the investigation or accident scene, but the officers made it a point to complicate a simple situation. Officer Cagle insists that something as simple and well-known as public photography was illegal.
What are you doing right now? Taking photography.
Okay. Not here. Not right now, okay?
Okay. What are you going to do if I don't stop?
Okay. Look, all I'm asking, you can do what you need to do is go over there.
You're not going to stop me from taking photography.
Okay. You work for the newspaper?
I don't have to work for the newspaper to take public photography.
Okay. But taking license plate pictures of license plates, you are not allowed to do.
You are also by law allowed to lie to me. That's incorrect information.
No, I think you need to relearn the law on that.
You actually can, okay. And I can take all the videos of license plates that I want.
Okay. You go ahead and do that.
I will.
Officer Cagle unfortunately doesn't seem to be well versed with the law himself. He even goes on to tell Reyes to relearn the law when Reyes is in the right. Public photography is most certainly legal, and police officers are allowed to lie to an extent under the law. Officer Cagle was wrong on both accounts here.
Do you have your ID on you?
Do you have your ID on you?
Now you're on our accident scene,
okay.
So I want you to identify yourself.
I want you to identify yourself right now.
Officer Cagle.
Badge number?
635.
And you?
Officer Mendoza, 565.
Now watch how I'm not going to give you my license.
Okay. Then I need you to remove yourself from this
I'm not going to remove myself from this accident scene.
455. I need a supervisor out here to this scene now.
You wanted to come here and intimidate me?
Sir,
let me tell you something right now.
No, sir, let me explain
this is not your accident scene. This is all public property, okay?
You're coming up here taking photos of pictures?
Yeah. First of all, lower your voice now.
Sir, I'm talking the same way
No. You came here with a bad energy.
No, I asked what you were doing
You're going to lower your voice now when you talk to me.
You sat here and said, I can be wherever I want.
Anywhere I want,
okay.
Yes.
All I asked you is why you're here taking photographs of other people's property.
None of your goddamn business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you going to identify yourself since you're part of this accident?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And why is that?
Because you are not my dad. Who do you think you are?
And you do not belong in this accident.
I can be anywhere I want.
You need to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Mendoza?
Sir.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Okay, all we're asking.
You're not going to tell me you're not going to intimidate me out of here.
I don't understand what the purpose is.
What is your purpose of you being here right now? Okay, so you have an accident scene. Go deal with it.
Okay, this accident's said and done. These records are now
making. Then walk away. You're dismissed. Okay. I don't need you here.
Okay, so this accident scene's over. Why are
you here? Then get the f out of here. I don't need you here. You're trying to intimidate me? 2 officers with guns?
No one's touching anything on that.
Then back away, because if I had come to you this close, you'd have arrested my ass.
You're already on our scene, which is interfering in my investigation.
I'm not interfering with any of your shit.
You need to put your finger out of my face.
You need to back up for me then.
I don't need to back up. This is my scene. This is his scene.
No, f you and your scene, man. I'm standing
you need
right
to
here.
leave now.
I'm not leaving anywhere.
Leave.
I'm not.
Officer Cagle had no business picking a fight here with Reyes. It was a mistake that would cost him dearly. He tries to impose false laws on a citizen who seems better versed with the law than the officer himself, and tries his best to make Reyes leave the scene. Officer Cagle escalates the situation to the point where he assaults Reyes. Owing to the officer's poor handling of this simple situation and their unnecessary escalation of it, Officer Cagle was fired from his position and Officer Mendoza received a period of unpaid suspension. For our last clip, we take you to Warwick, Rhode Island, where a citizen is conducting another First Amendment audit. There are no signs prohibiting photography or filming, and the citizen decides to test the boundaries of his First Amendment rights. He is then interrupted by a cop asking him to stop his photography.
This is a very nice building. And we're about to have contact. I'm okay, thanks. I'm sorry? I'm just taking some photograph from the public sidewalk.
No, you're not. This is a restricted area. There's no photography
can you give
over
me
here.
my space, please? I'm just taking some pictures, sir.
You're not allowed to.
This is a lawfully protected activity, sir. Do you know that we have
This is a secure area. You're not supposed to be taking photos over here.
I'm actually in a public sidewalk right now. This is the public.
And you're taking pictures of a state facility with this.
I'm just working on a little story, sir. I understand. I'm just working on a little story, and I'll be on my way. I have no ill will.
Photograph over here, okay?
Sir, can you please give me my space because you're like.
There's plenty of space in between us right now.
Okay. I'm just practicing my First Amendment right to film in
I'm
public.
just letting you know you can't photograph over here.
Sir, I have to disagree with you on that. This is a public sidewalk, and I'm just taking some pictures of your nice building.
And you're taking pictures of a secure area where we bring the prisoners in.
Well, I don't know what you guys do back here, but
I'm letting you know.
Well, that's fine, sir. I'm in a public area.
I'm asking you to leave now.
Well, sir, you can't tell me to leave from a public area.
I'm asking you to stop filming this area specifically. You can take pictures of the outside of the building. Not over here, you can't.
Is that like a lawful demand?
I am explaining to you what you're allowed to do, okay?
I understand. I know what I'm allowed to do. I'm a photographer. I know my rights. I can film in public.
Over here filming a secure area where prisoners are brought in.
Well, sir, I don't know who you guys bringing in here. I'm just filming from public.
I just explained that to you.
Okay, well, that's fine, sir. I'm just.
So I'm going to ask you to go somewhere else and take your photographs.
Are you a supervisor? Can I speak to your supervisor? Because
absolutely.
I'm just exercising my right to film in public, sir.
Capitol Police, the Sheriff's Department. I need a supervisor out here. This gentleman seems to have an issue with the instructions I'm giving him. You're more than welcome to film the other parts of the building. This area right here is a secure area where prisoners are brought in.
The citizen is exercising their First Amendment right to film in public. The officer, however, is concerned about the security of a restricted area where prisoners are brought in. The officer pays no heed to the First Amendment auditor citing his rights and continues to hinder the citizen from photographing. The officer asks the citizen to stop filming this specific area, but the citizen insists they're within their rights as they're on a public sidewalk. The officer then calls the sergeant, who is about to decide who's in the wrong.
Sarge!
Are you a supervisor, sir?
Yes, he is.
I'm a private investigative journalist. I'm gathering content for a story, and I'm right here in the public area. Gentleman over here, what's your name? 8066 is not allowing me to.
I'll call. What's his name? Steve. Let me call the captain. You're gonna have to wait at the front of the building.
Okay, well.
Film outside here.
Well, sir, that's exactly what I'm trying to explain to him. This is a public accessible area. You guys have private area behind those fences, but this is public right here. So he cannot tell me that I cannot record this area. I'm working on a story. And I don't know if you're aware about the DHS memo. The Department of Homeland Security issued a memo in 2018 that explains how you're supposed to approach me in an incident like this.
Sorry, let me give it.
I'm just asking why you were here, why you were taking photographs.
And I'm telling you, I'm working on a story.
All right.
I have no ill will. You approached me really close.
Yeah, that's fine. Just
I approached you really close.
Well, it's on video, sir.
Yeah, this distance right here.
Just stay away from the gate and our Sally Court. If you want to stay on the sidewalk, that's fine.
Okay, so there you go. You've been informed that.
And were you over here filming?
I could be right here. I could be right here if I want. I could be right there if I want.
You got it. He's going to take care of you over there, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Just stay away from our gate.
He needs to stop bothering photographers.
Stay away from our gate.
That's what we do this for.
But please, just stay away from our gate in Sally Port because we have a lot of traffic coming into the gates Understood. You're very nice. You're very nice. He's a jerk.
All right, thank you.
Take care. There you go, guys. Another walk of shame. Another walk of shame. Look at him. He walked all the way from over there to walk right back.
The citizen identifies himself as a private investigative journalist and asserts his right to film in public areas, citing a 2018 Department of Homeland Security memo. The sergeant requests the citizen to stay away from the gate and cell block due to heavy traffic. Despite some initial tension, the officer goes away without further bothering the auditor. However, this occurs only after the officer's supervisor steps in to rectify the situation and teach the officer what the law truly says.